Good afternoon, technical support team. Thought I'd put together a quick video on some tips and tricks for Dynamics that I noticed in our call this morning. This applies to everybody, so I'll try and make it quick and we'll start to put together more training. And it sounds to me like we should probably have some Dynamics training for the entire team, which looks like it's coming up in the SWOT exercise also. So, real quickly, let me show you a few tips that will help you right away. So, number one, when I log into the system, you can see it brings me right to my dashboard and it brings me right to a specific dashboard by which that I so choose. Okay. If I want to go to another dashboard, I can go there several ways. I can select the down chevron, choose the dashboard I want to go to, or I can use my recent list and I can go to the dashboard of the pages that I've recently visited, or I can actually pin that dashboard where it will show up on my pinned. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff pinned here, things that I often visit, including the IOE support dashboard, which I will click on right now. So that's tip number one. Set your pins for the dashboards that you use most frequently. Number two, you'll notice down here in the dashboards themselves, we've got list views in essence, and we can put charts over the top of those, but that's for a different topic. Right now, if you don't want to have to scroll through or use this side back and forth arrows within the forms on the dashboard, simply go to the ellipsis in the upper right-hand corner and click on See All Records. What that will do for you is that will take you to the list view, an expanded view of all the data in that list view that you want to see. Okay. So also notice it shows up in my recent list, which I can also pin. So getting more efficient in the uses of Dynamics, pinned dashboard and support emails. Another thing I noticed was people were clicking through the pages quite a bit. So I noticed that right now people have 25 or 50 pieces of data per page. So let's go to the upper right hand gear and let's select personalized settings. And this is where you can set up those pages. So number one, my default can be whichever module, sales, marketing. In your case, it would probably be service. Once I selected that, I can also select that I want it to go to dashboards first. And your default dashboard is set up, which I will show you. Also, the second one is default number of rows per page. So I would go that to 250 right away. Okay. And I would hit OK. And now what you'll see is I have access to 250 pieces of information on the list view instead of just the 25. So these are little tips and tricks that we can work through. Now all 160 of these, so I can scroll through, I can manipulate, I can filter without having to scroll through the pages 50 at a time. Okay. So if I go back to my dashboards and I go back to, actually, let's go back to my pinned. Well, you can see here, this is my default dashboard. But if I go select the IOE dashboard by going here, or by going to my pinned, or by going to my recent, up top I can set as default. So if I click on set as default, and I go somewhere else in the system, and I click on dashboards again, it will bring me to the IOE support dashboard that I set as the default. Okay. Team, just a few tips and tricks that I think will help you right away. We'll put more and more of these together as we get better at using Dynamics and become more efficient as a team. Thank you.